Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a quick tarot card reading. So your name and info will be confidential and we'll only go over your questions. It's nice to hear from you, hun. So we're going to start off with clearing out the energy and doing a quick prayer. Alright, we ask the universe now to reveal to this client in time what she needs to know through the cards. May the cards reveal to her what she needs to know about these specific people and also a certain question about her career or her job. We ask that the information that comes through may come through God's higher purpose, God's higher intention. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as we ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to protect this space and protect my energy as well. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to start shuffling here. I just recently started dating again. 2 guys that seem to be good, hopefully, but I can't seem to let go of the last person I dated. I don't know why. It's this guy I spoke to about previously. The same guy. So like, I don't know why I'm so stuck on him. He stopped texting me, friended me, and now maybe we'll respond on Snap to one of my stories every 2 weeks, or I don't know, with some weird insult or whatever, and basically played me out a few times. Spoke to another person recommended, and they told me something I really have a hard time believing, so I want to see if he would confirm or not about him. You have this picture already. The 2 new guys are still kind of in the beginning. I spoke to another person recommended, and they told me something I really have a hard time. I don't know if you meant like you saw another psychic and they told you things about him and you're not really sure on what they're saying. But I will confirm with you. You have this picture already too. So you just want to know about him and why you're still stuck on him. Sorry for the long intro, but basically I want to know about why is he hitting me up all the time anymore? If he's not interested in dating, and why can't I just let him go on more past and actually concentrate on dating other people? Alright, so we're going to tune into this. When it comes down to the reason why it's hard for us to let go of people that, you know, we dated for a little bit or dated for some time and then they disappear, it's an insecurity thing. It's a value, worth of value. It's the idea of being abandoned as well. So you've obviously gone through abandonment issues. I feel past traumas through relationships or even childhood trauma. So it's that feeling of like, why wasn't I enough? What's wrong with me? Why did he feel like he could just let me go so easily, but I can't let him go? So it's just the reason why you can't let him go, which is something I'm just feeling very strongly automatically when I read that, is abandonment issues, and it all comes down to value, worth of value, and thinking there's something wrong with you because he's not staying with you. So again, this has nothing to do with you. This has to do with him. The fact that he let you go like that, or he's not communicating with you on that kind of level anymore. When somebody gets you know, when they're not in your path anymore, it's for a reason. Usually it's a good sign. It's usually a blessing in disguise. It's something where maybe if you continued with them, it would have not worked out, would have got messy, toxic, or even disappointing, or maybe he would have betrayed you as well. So it's actually a blessing in disguise. Take this more as a blessing in disguise than a disappointment, or even like oh, I failed at this, I failed at keeping this guy. No, he is the one that is the problem. He's the one that's going through his own thing, and it has nothing to do with you. So when it comes down to letting go, you just have to ask your guides. I've gone through moments like that where I've dated guys where it was like we were talking for like a whole month, we went on a couple of dates, there was a lot of connection, mostly like lust connection, and then out of nowhere they just stop writing the same way and then they just disappear. Usually means they lose interest, and usually means they're talking to other people, which I feel like he is talking to other people, and that's a big reason. And then I also feel like as well, he's just not for you. So take it as a blessing in disguise. And what you need to do is if you have sage, or if you have, any kind of way of clearing out energy, you can put it on top of your head, over your head, and like let the smoke burn out, and you just ask your guides, allow me to release. I want to surrender and release this person. You could say their name out loud. I want to release this person from my energy. I want to release him. He no longer serves me. I don't want him in my energy. Release him, release him, release him. And you can repeat it a bunch of times. Remember, repetitive prayer, repetitive intention is very powerful. And this helped me tremendously when I wanted to let go of guys that were just very frustrating. So that's one of the reasons why. And I'm going to just pull out cards for you just to confirm that, but that is what I'm feeling strongly, that he's no longer interested in that way anymore. And also he's talking to other people. Let's see here. Why did let go of, why is he not talking to her that much? So what we have to do is as well, we have to, women that go through a lot of self, insecurities, like on that kind of level where they've gone through abandonment issues, we need to learn to love ourselves more and realize there's nothing wrong with us. It's not us. It's not, we're not the reason. It's them. It's them going through their own thing, their own suffering, or it can even mean as well that they're just not for you. And I believe that, your guides and angels in the universe remove certain people from your path for a reason, because in the long run, he would have not been worth it. He would have not been the right person for you. And I think you know that deep down a little bit. Why did he stop? Texting her. So you can let me know about those two guys if you keep on talking to them, and you could communicate back with me and update if you want to tune into them if you have their information. Okay, hon? So yeah. See, I got these cards. These cards represents, for me, this represents boredom. Represents a reason, I feel, as well. Boredom, loss of interest. It was just for fun. And he changed his mind. He wasn't ready. I feel like it was just a boredom, loss of interest, a kind of thing where some guys can do things without thinking, and they're just doing it maybe just to just feel that good feeling, and it's the fantasy idea of it. At first you want something with a person, then after it's like, hey, maybe I don't, and then they pull out, they pull back really quickly. It's like they string you along, and it's just to I feel like he's stringing you along right now. So when he writes to you here and there, it's like, just in case I want to have fun, or just in case I want to enjoy myself or talk to her, I could do it because she's there. So I would not even want to communicate with him back. I would just block him, to be honest, because he's not for you. I wouldn't even want to deal with somebody that just has no explanation, just disappeared like that. It obviously shows how immature he is. He doesn't seem like a real man in that sense. So that's your answer right there. And a lot of these are just focused on you. You need to go through this healing. You need to let go, allow this break to happen from him and you. So it's just talking about that stuff that I'm talking about. But this is a confirmation that there was just a loss of interest. Truly, that's what I feel. I don't know what the other psychic told you, but I just feel like you can't really trust him. I feel like he's very wishy-washy, and I wouldn't trust everything, his words, what he says. I don't even think he believes what he says sometimes, to be honest. So let's go on to your next question here. Your next question is also randomly, I was thinking about the possibility of a new job. I would need to take this test, but it would be next year sometime. I don't know if it's so promising. Okay. Should she take the civil... What is it called again? The civil service test. Should Nest take the civil should does it look promising? That's what you're asking me. I don't know how that test is. Maybe the cards are saying to study really, you have to learn more about it or something, but there is good energy coming out of it. I feel like if you would take it, you would pass. It would be promising for you, but it's kind of saying I don't know if you have to like study or something for it, or you need to really prepare, learn more about it, but there's something about that they're focusing on, okay? But there is victory with it, so I'm thinking it will go well if you would take it, but it's really up to you. There's this feeling that maybe something's gonna happen next year where maybe your mind will change about it, or something will happen where like different interests would occur, or maybe you would want to go a different path doing something else. So I just feel like something's gonna come up next year where you won't then do that. Doesn't mean that it's not good for you. I feel like it is, but I feel like something next year is going to come up where then you'll probably take a different path, or you'll embark on a different journey, or there will be something else pulling you, or you'll be drawn to something else, or being pulled somewhere else. So that's kind of what I'm picking up. There's something that will come up that will pull you in a different direction than that direction. Doesn't mean it's not good for you, just means something's gonna draw you. You're gonna be drawn to something else. So I'm thinking that's a good idea. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it means that something's gonna come up where you'll have like a change of plan or something. Because this represents for me either you need to study, or things needs to be prepared and worked for. But also I'm getting that feeling that it's not just that. There's something that's gonna come up where you'll be pulled in a different direction. So that's what I'm picking up for you, hun. And let me know and update me on those guys. I would love to tune into their energy once you know more information about them. I'm always here for you. Don't worry about that guy, girl. Does not sound like he was, boyfriend material to that level. I would just, do that stuff that I told you at the stage. Even write a letter, burn it. Write a letter, like just let out everything in that letter, burn it. And you know what? I understand what you're going through. There's a guy that I dated that I was so fixated. I think it was a sexual thing, because when I look back, his personality was completely different than mine. He didn't have like a very interesting personality, because I'm very outgoing. I talk a lot. I love talking about different topics and things, and I'm just a very out there person. He wasn't like that. He was very reserved and quiet, but he was very attractive. And I think that's what I was drawn to, and I think if you try to analyze the situation from now a solitude point, you could maybe see there wasn't things that were right with him for you. Maybe if you could see that now. I don't know if you can. Maybe you'll need more time, but I'm sure there was things that wasn't right for you with him. So just think of it as a blessing in disguise, my love, okay? Lots of love from the heavens above. Thank you for your patience, and I hope I was able to bring you some guidance. Bye now.